Good day, everybody. It's good to be back off of just having had a week of vacation and some rest and time away to engage in some things that I like doing. But as I've come back into the regular routine of life, something that I had heard about while I was away has been rolling around in my head. It's not new information, but it's been resonating a little bit with me, and I thought I'd share it with you today. And it regards the role of emotions in our life. Now, you've all been there where life is going on okay, things are going well maybe, and then something bad happens. And then something else piles on top of that. And then something else seems to pile on top of that. And all of a sudden, in the midst of everything, we find ourselves getting irritated or depressed or angry or worried. And what happens is those emotions begin to drive what we think about. We replay conversations in our head, or perhaps we have those imaginary conversations of what we're going to do next time we have this and what we're going to say, or we find ourselves obsessing or unable to sleep because we're just rolling these things around in our head. We get angry. We might actually lash out at other people. The problem with emotions comes not because they themselves are bad, because God gave us emotions. They're actually a great thing, but it's a problem when we let them take the wheel in our lives. There's Emotions are a very good thing, but they're a very bad driver. And God knew this. He actually designed us with emotions, but he knew that wasn't a good driver. And so that's why we read in Scripture when Paul says we're supposed to renew our minds. He doesn't say renew your thinking or not renew your feelings. He wants you to renew your thinking, what we think about. We read in Philippians that things that are good and right and noble and praiseworthy and excellent, we're supposed to think about these things. Because when we begin to take control of what we think about, we put emotions in their proper place and they become extraordinarily useful. So what does this look like? How do we do this? How do we actually keep ourselves from letting emotion take the wheel and let our emotions drive our thinking, but instead let our thinking drive our emotions? Well, there's two things, I think, that are very helpful. Number one is let your emotions be an indicator light on your dashboard rather than the driver behind the wheel. Emotions always reveal something that's going on inside us. And when we feel angry or irritated or depressed or bitter or we find ourselves worrying, what we need to do is begin to say, okay, there's a light flashing here. I need to ask the question, why? Now, when you do that, you're going to have an answer that's going to pop into your head. Well, here's why I feel this way. The practice that takes us to the next level is to take that answer, move it to the side, and then say, okay, now, what makes me feel that way really? Let's get to the why underneath the why. Why am I feeling so worried? What's causing me to be angry? Why am I so defensive right now? And by the way, this works for positive emotions as well. Why am I feeling so excited? Why am I so happy? That's number one. Use your emotions as an indicator without letting them take the wheel. And then here's the second. Choose then what you think about. So in light of what you uncover with your emotions, say, what should I be thinking about? What do I know to be true about me, about God, about my circumstances that is worth thinking about? What is something that's good or excellent or noble? What is it that I know to be truth that would apply to this particular emotion or this particular time in my life? When you do that, when you change what you think about, your emotions might change. They might follow along. In fact, they often do, but they might not. But here's the thing. Even if your emotions don't change, what you do, how you act, how you live will. Let your thoughts guide ultimately what you do and what you feel, not the other way around. Because in the end, if we do that, it'll make us much better drivers in this life. Till next time, see you later.